Know your place, worm. Prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
How cool would it have been if Gohan's arm got blown off by the sniper in episode 106 instead of Piccolo's arms? Because when you have Piccolo's arms getting blown off twice, it just doesn't bring any tension to the episode, because we all know, everyone and their mother knows, Piccolo's arms regrow. His limbs regrow. He's a Namekian. So it didn't really mean anything. But if one of Gohan's arms got blown off and he had to spend the entire rest of the tournament fighting with one arm, paying homage to the future Trunks timeline and future Gohan, that would have been epic and would have thrown me for a curve that I would not have seen. Now, obviously, it didn't go that direction. Super really shies away from that gory aspect, and when it comes to some main characters that are either Saiyan or human, and I don't think they're gonna permanently disfigure one of their main characters even in the tournament. But it would be freaking badass if they did. Episode 106. Real quick thoughts. It was unmemorable, sort of boring. Nothing really going on. Didn't really like it, honestly. It was one of the weakest episodes, even compared to the first episode of the tournament starting. It was weaker than that, in my opinion. But the next episode looked like it's going to be a lot better. We're going to get Frost actually being a badass, taking down characters, actually being a threat. And hopefully we're going to see exactly where Super's going to go with this character, and maybe if he gets a new transformation. The most important thing that happens in episode 106 is the progression of the prophecy of elimination, or the elimination theory. Now, if you don't know the elimination theory, it's something that's been cultivating in the community as of late. I heard it first from Expergamez, and essentially it goes with the ending credits. We have all the characters, they're all looking off into the horizon. In the sequence, we get first starting out with Krillin, Tien, and Vegeta, and then it goes on to the rest of the Z Fighters. So this theory came up, I heard it first from Expergamez. Krillin gets eliminated. I didn't pay it no mind, because it just takes one of these characters to get eliminated out of order for this theory to completely fall under its own weight. But then Tien gets eliminated in this episode. Now it's 2 characters, and I mean, that's not, there are 10 characters in this, on this team, so it's not that big of a deal, but it sort of is. It honestly sort of is, because if this is to be true, now I need to comment on it. If this is to be true, then the next fighter that gets eliminated is going to be Vegeta, and that is going to be sort of a double-edged sword, because you kind of want Vegeta to shine. You want him to go to the end. But, I mean, again, the anime is more of a Goku show, and as a lot of you guys already know. And so with Vegeta being eliminated next, I'm almost certain that we're going to be getting one of the most badass episodes of Dragon Ball Super, I'm hoping. And I think that the person that's going to eliminate Vegeta is going to be Jiren. I think Vegeta will be Jiren's first confirmed elimination, because I don't think Jiren has eliminated anybody. I mean, he's knocked out Kale out of her transformation. That's about it. That's the only time he really jumped into action. But if we get a really badass episode of Vegeta versus Jiren, I will forgive the fact that Vegeta just seems to be the first elite warrior fodder for any arc. Universe 6, Goku Black, any of these arcs. Golden Frieza. So I want to go ahead and give you guys how I think these characters are going to get eliminated if we go off this theory, if these characters do get eliminated in this sequence. So Vegeta, again, is going to have to be a badass fight. I think that they're going to have to pay Vegeta some homage for him being one of the elite warriors, one of the top tier guys in this universe. So I think that he's going to be eliminated by Jiren, and we're going to get a badass fight of him versus Jiren. And Jiren is going to overpower him, and Goku's going to find out, obviously, just like in his Universe 6, in the Universe 6 tournament where he sees Vegeta versus Hit and kind of finds out little things about Hit's technique. He's going to observe Jiren's fight with Vegeta, or maybe he tries to save Vegeta and help him out, but he's being blocked off by Topo or something, one of those, you know, a case like that. And then Vegeta gets eliminated. Maybe he gets badly wounded also as he gets eliminated, so when he's back on the stands, he's like almost mortally wounded but not dead. That would be pretty cool, I think. And that would really, if Vegeta can get a hit on Jiren, or, you know, hurt him in any way, that would also be going a long way to strengthen it. Quick shout out to Goku's psychological change video, which is my last video and the video before that. This one's going to Thomas D. Rogers. He states, Zeno was going to erase them immediately, talking about the universes. The Grand Priest explains it before the tournament. They were using planets as pieces for a game board. It wouldn't have taken long before they went onto a universal scale. The Xenos were bored and looking for excitement before Goku reminded him. So he in fact saved everyone from all low-level universes. Well, first of all, just going on facts alone, he did not save everyone in low-level universes. Only one universe of the low levels gets to survive by the rules in the tournament. So, I mean, he really only saved one universe, and seeing as how Universe 7 is the main character universe, more likely it's going to be Universe 7, or depending on what's going to happen at the end of the tournament, we'll see. Going off what the Grand Prix states, I had to re-watch the clip to see exactly what he says, and he says that the Omni King has often said that there are too many universes, so Goku's proposal was a perfect opportunity. By his hand, Zeno will erase the universes that lose the Tournament of Power. That's what he states. He does not say that it happens immediately. He just stated that he was thinking there's too many universes, and eventually he was going to have to clean house. So Goku kind of sped that process along, so I'm sorry about that. That's just the facts. He helped the process go along because Zeno, again, did not remember the tournament was going to take place. He did not remember anything about the tournament, so until Goku reminded him. So yeah. So a real quick shout out to I can't pronounce this name, obviously it's in a different language, but he responded on my Limit Breaker Vegeta in the manga. Dragon Ball Black, I want to ask you something which is not about this video, and I want to see if it's true. It's true that you don't like Seth and Chuck, and also, is this really true that Seth and Chuck are saying I'm thinking he's saying sending their followers to blame other YouTubers' channels so they destroy the Dragon Ball community? That's a loaded question, but let me go ahead and answer it the best I can. I like Seth and Chuck. I like their content because I watch a lot of their videos and they're entertaining. I'm not so big into the versus videos because things are so... I love versus videos, but their versus videos, at least Seth's, when you approach something at such a definitive angle that this is 100% the way it's supposed to be, it sort of turns me off. I like leaving ambiguity into it. I like leaving like an open-ended question, like, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, this is what I think. Something like that. So that kind of turns me off. But I do like some of the other videos, and I have watched a lot of their debunk stuff, and they do a good job debunking videos. What I stated a couple of videos back in my Super Saiyan 4 guy video is that, and I've confronted Chuck about this, and we had a conversation about it, that there was a couple of videos, and I don't know if they still do it, but they debunked certain YouTubers that had like maybe 1,000 subscribers, and then, I mean, it's fine debunking these guys, but then you put a link to their video, or to their video in the description, and then that gets all your entire fan base, which I think Seth has like 100,000 or something. I don't know. I actually don't know. I haven't looked in a while, but he's got a lot of subscribers, and they're all passionate fans. That's nothing's wrong with that, but from what I've seen, because you can click on the video that's in their description when they debunk videos, you go on there and there's a lot of comments about, like, people like, fuck you, this and that, you don't know what you're talking about, and just a lot of nasty stuff. And that's what I was talking about. There's like so much nastiness that comes from putting the link of someone's channel in a debunked video, that brings so much negativity on somebody's new channel that they're just starting out. Maybe they only have 1,000 subscribers, maybe they don't have no subscribers, and then they get all these dislikes, and that for a lot of people that just start out, that this hardens them a lot. So that's where I was going with that. Is it destroying the Dragon Ball community? It's a negative aspect of the Dragon Ball community that could easily be stopped by removing the link in the description box, but no, it's not destroying the Dragon Ball community. There's other stuff. There's a lot of other stuff that is hurting it. I don't think anything in general is really destroying it, in my opinion. But thanks for your comment. The next characters to be eliminated through this theory are going to be Android 18 and Android 17. The fact that we see both of these characters in the same screen, it shows that, they're obviously kind of come as a unit. They're both twins. They fight almost, I think, entirely the best when they're together, in my opinion. I mean, obviously Android 17 can hold his own, 18 to a lesser extent, but I feel like when they're in unison, they fight really well. But I think that they're going to be eliminated at the exact same time in the same episode, fighting together. Maybe caught blindsided, who knows? And the characters that I think are going to either destroy, or just push them off the ring, are going to be Hit or Khalifa and Kale. More going to Kale. I think either Kale or Hit are going to take out these two characters and push them right off the arena. They're gonna go flying off at the same time. It just seems that way because of the way they're presented here in the ending outro. But again, we'll see. It could be 18 first, then 17. And the reason I'm saying it's going to be Universe 6 is because of the fact that we're really running out of characters that are powerful enough to go against 17 especially. And so I think that really only Kale, if she can control her legendary Berserker form, or Hit, who, as we've seen now, really is a force to be reckoned with, even though, you know, he got kind of hit by, a little bit by Dispo and knocked around. He is still a force to be reckoned with, so I think he would be on that level where he could take out 17. Maybe he takes out 18 first, 17 tries to avenge him, he kind of goes and does some shady ninja assassin techniques and takes out 17 in that same episode. So that's who I think is going to take out these guys, but again, this is just me theorizing. The next character is Piccolo, and this one's a little bit easier to understand, that Piccolo is a character that's not the strongest character, so he can really get kicked off the ring by almost anybody. And a lot of people are saying, like, this is probably the scene that they're, you know, most they got most qualms about when it comes to this theory. Piccolo and Master Roshi. Well, I'll get to Master Roshi in a second, but Piccolo himself, they're kind of the weaker characters when it comes to this roster, especially Master Roshi. But Piccolo, I would say also, no offense to any Piccolo fans out there, he is not the strongest character in this tournament. But again, this tournament's Battle Royale, and it's about strategy, and if they can avoid getting knocked off the ring long enough, I mean, Piccolo could very well be one of the last fighters on the ring. He could really be staying there and being up until the very end, being really useful and seeing exactly what's going on. But I think Piccolo, just as poetic justice dictates, will get knocked off by the Namekians that we haven't seen yet from Universe 6. I think that makes the most amount of sense in my opinion, and so that's what I'm going to be sticking to. When we have Master Roshi, this character staying all the way up to the very end. A lot of people are finding fault with this when it comes to this theory that there's no way that Master is going to stay up to the end. Even in the next episode where we see Frost being a main character, episode 107, we do see Master Roshi trying to trap Frost in the Mafuba and using a lot more energy. Now, people can say that this means that really that the theory is going to collapse into itself because Master Roshi might get kicked off, and he may very well get kicked off. You never know. But I think that because Master Roshi has already died in the tournament and been brought back, I think him being eliminated anytime earlier than this sequence dictates is kind of nullifying the fact that he died. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he already died. He already had his big moment. I think if he get kicked off again, or he got kicked off, is sort of a death in some way when it comes to the tournament, because he can't fight anymore. So even though he's not dead, so I don't think that they're gonna. I think they're gonna try to stall out his getting kicked off and being eliminated, and he could easily really just avoid being kicked off the stage. I mean, many of the other characters from the other universes, we think they're about to get kicked off the stage, and then they teleport away or they escape and flee. So Master Roshi could very well do something like this, but the fact that he's already been killed once, I don't think that he's gonna be killed or eliminated earlier than this. I think this is perfect when it comes to the characters that are left for him to stay this long, even past Vegeta, the androids, and even Piccolo. Number 3 on this list is going to be Frieza, and Frieza looks like this honestly, for me, this gives me a lot of hope for this theory. I think that Frieza, Goku, and Gohan being the characters at the very end of the tournament, the ones left standing, everyone's gonna be looking forward to that Frieza episode where he's going to be fighting one of the main characters. I cannot wait for it personally, and I think this actually makes a lot of sense. I think that Frieza is going to be the guy who's going to kick Toppo off the arena. I think really he's gonna fight Toppo, he's gonna kick him off the arena, and then that's when Jiren comes in to avenge Toppo, fights Frieza for a little bit, Goku comes in, and that's how we get some of those in the Dragon Ball Heroes, how we got the hint where it's gonna be Frieza and Goku facing off against Jiren. I don't know if you guys remember seeing that. I made a video about it a while back that I think it was Dragon Ball Heroes that we see a scene where we see Jiren versus Frieza and Goku. And so I think that that was hinting at this, and I think that in the tournament we're going to see, again, Frieza kick off Toppo, and we're going to see Jiren fight Frieza, Goku come in and try to help Frieza, but ultimately Jiren will overwhelm and kick off Frieza, and that's going to be another character that got kicked off right in front of Goku if my theorizing is correct. Last but not least, we see two characters. Last two is going to be Goku and Gohan. And yes, I believe that Goku and Gohan will be the last two fighters. According to this, it makes the most sense. I think that Goku, obviously with his Limit Breaker slash Silver Eyes, whatever you want to call it, transformation, he's going to be facing off against Jiren. And then we're going to have Gohan facing off against the Universe 6 characters, say Khalifa or Kale. Probably Khalifa at this point, she probably may be already kicked off the stage, but or maybe Gohan kicks her off the stage, and that's what makes Kale go into Berserker Rage again. And then so it'll be kind of awesome to see Gohan versus Kale, because it'll bring us back to some of the Broly movies where we see that happening. So I think that that's what's going to happen. And honestly, I think that the time's going to run out, and we're going to have Goku and Gohan be on the stage with Jiren and some of the fighters from Universe 6. And then that's when we'll see exactly what the Omni King will do. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on this theory. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this theory. Can you guys debunk this theory? I mean, try. Do it in the comment section. I'll see if I can support the theory the best I can. Drop me a like if you like my video, and this is going to be Dragon Ball Black signing off.